Okay, I'm back finally. Make a quick video here, taking a look at the tank, see where we're at. I've had a couple of questions about the bristle worms and the spaghetti worms. I think I saw one out over here. I'm hoping you can see him right there. He's hanging out of that rock. I got them from, was it Indo-Pacific Sea Farms? They're in Hawaii. When I first got them, they didn't look like much, but they're growing. They took off. They're especially in the evening when the main white lights fade for moonlight, they really start coming out. They're all through the rock and the sand now. And see if I can find a spaghetti worm. You can just barely see. See one, I don't know if that's one or two or what it is, but you can see the spaghetti-like tentacles or tendrils hanging out there. At least I'm hoping you can see it. I think the camera's messing with me. See if I can zoom. I don't know how to zoom this camera. How about that? Here we go. Come on, focus. There we go. I think you can see it now. Anyway, I honestly didn't think they were going to do anything, but they've I'm breathing on the glass, so it it fogged up, sorry. But they've held on. Another thing, when Indo-Pacific sent those to me, they sent me some free amphipods, and occasionally you see them, but they're in there and they're hanging on. And I originally put them in the sump. They're all up in the tank now. I just saw one, but he got away before I got over here. It's good to go. As you can see, I got a couple of those. There's a mushroom that I got. Seems to be doing good. It's acclimating anyway. Might have to move it. Not sure yet. Might have to go a little higher, a little more light. Got this one here. They're loving life. Wide open. Got this one over here. A candy cane coral. This little, those are green lanterns there. Over here, I just think these are so damn cool, especially when the actinic lights are on and just the white lights go out, they glow absolutely gorgeously. That's not even a word, is it? Beautifully, how about that? Anyway, and you can see I put a few fish in. Got these chromies. These guys are real active, but very peaceful. And you can probably see I'm still having issues with really fine sand blowing, but I think that's because of these snails here's one right here. They like to bury themselves in the sand, so they stir it up. Then you feed the fish and they just kind of explode out of the sand. Still working on that. I think what's going to end up happening is just having to wait until more things are growing and alive in the tank. I got a couple of pajama bottom cardinals doing well. I had one that didn't make it, but I think he was in bad shape when I got him. And somewhere in here there's a skunk scarlet shrimp, and back in there's you just see the tentacle of the brittle starfish. Only got one in there. Kind of worried about him. He's been in the same place. He's still alive, but he's been in exactly the same place a long time, so I don't know what's going on with him. Real quick, I did something back here to my overflow. I got to turn the flashlight on. Hold on a second so you can see. I'm going to show you what's been happening back here. Move a couple of things and we will get back here. Bear with me. You see the wall, hopefully. The splashing of the overflow is getting salt all up on the wall. Not a good thing. So I built this little top. I'll pull it out of here so you can see it. There we go. Just basically a piece of plexiglass. I cut some pieces. I glued them on at an angle so it fits right on there. It keeps the water in, it keeps it from splashing. And the reason for these, see my finger sticking there, is so that the water drops back into the overflow. And it fits right on there, and so far is doing a really good job of cutting down on the salt creep. You see how it sits on there just like a roof? It's loose, so it's able to breathe underneath of it. And so far so good on that. Let's see, don't recall if I did a update on the skimmer, but there it is, doing a great job. I just cleaned this thing out yesterday, and you can see all the gunk. This Aqua Sea's doing a tremendous job, just like everybody says it does, or would do. Made a couple of modifications where the water comes down from the tank. I added the socks are gone. You can just barely see back there. I added extensions that go down into the water, so there's a lot less splash, a lot less noise, better situation all the way around. I cut this piece of PVC, big PVC pipe, so that it kind of cut down on the splash on the skimmer outflow. I put the activated carbon down here, since the only thing in here now, the first stage of the sump, is the pump for the skimmer, and the skimmer's lifted off the bottom by about 4 inches, so I just put the activated carbon in there. I did have it right here, and it would just start backing up after about a week. I have to rinse it out, and I don't think that's good, continually rinsing that stuff out. I need to clean my sump a little bit. The algae's growing. Catamorpha's doing well, and I put this little baffle right here that was another thing that was happening, was the flow was so strong through here. It was picking up a little bit of sand, a little bit of the miracle mud. So I put this up so it deflects it up, and that's worked out really well. And it doesn't have as violent a flow around this area as it did. Also, the micro bubbles that come off of the skimmer, they're deflected up, and to help get rid of them before they make their way to the tank. Let's see, what else? Can't think of anything else. The pH is doing well. Learned a lesson the hard way. I'm going to pass it on. Anybody thinking about taking a vacation, leave a window open. I didn't think nothing about it. We took a vacation last week. I closed the house up, just like you do when you leave for a week. Well, it killed my pH. The pH was right down, I actually have to guess, but it was like around 7.8. As soon as I opened up the house again, it shot right back up. Well, it eased back up fairly quick. So the whole week went by with the pH depressed, and I don't know if you can see him, but this one fish on his other side, you see that hole in back by his tail? Turns out he got lateral head and lateral line disease, and the most likely cause of him getting that was depressed pH. So he's already seems to be on the mend. and everybody else looks good, so no problems there. Can't think of anything else that's new going on. Just wanted to update on the few improvements, changes, whatnot. Questions, comments, criticisms, anything at all, always welcome. Take it easy.